Hello, welcome to Strong Flow Vinyasa. And today we are going to open up the body here in a moment through gate pose. So if you're like me, you've got short arms, maybe you can do it, but it's a little bit less effort. You can always bring a block in as we go side to side to help you out. And gate pose, we start on our knees. So I've got a blanket here for knee cushion. And then we're gonna warm up a little bit and we'll do a nice tiptoe balance with the twist. And then we'll just get into the hips and get into things. So you will want to strap. We're going to open up with that here in a moment. So you can go ahead and come up onto your knees if that's comfortable for you. You can also just be seated here if that's what you really need. So I'm going to take my knees right under the hips. You can be a little bit wider if you've got a cranky low back. And then I'm just going to zip up here. And I'm going to actually just go ahead and have this strap right back here. So from here, maybe hands to heart center. You can close your eyes if you need to or want to. And then from here, I'm going to take the arms up and reach and bring that back down. And take it up and reach and back down. Take it up and reach, separating the hands, turning palms away, grow taller as you press that air down. Turn the palms up and reach up. And turning palms away again, grow taller as you bring those arms down. And we'll take those arms back up overhead, maybe looking at them this time. And then exhale, bringing hands to heart center. Creating an intention for your practice. What would you like to give or receive? You can always dedicate this practice to someone or something, and yourself is always acceptable. Always dedicate your practice to yourself. And once you have that set, good. We'll take that back up, reach, 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 and take those arms down. Good. Let's take our strap here. Now I'm going to thread this here. Actually, I want this here. So I'm threading this strap between my pointer and my thumb. Good. I'm going to be nice and taut here, coming up, belly button is in, and I'm going to take a side bend to my left. Side bend to the left. And I want to be careful not to collapse this top shoulder. So I want to open up there. Now, my knees are about hip width apart, slightly wider. This is harder if you take them together. More of a balance challenge. And then using your oblique, coming up. Let's take that to the other side. Over. Breathing and expanding. And then coming back up. Good. So now get a little bit of a wider grip. Take a side bend. It might be a little bit deeper this time. Breathing and expanding. Using your obliques on your right side to help you come back up. Let's take that to the other side. And reaching maybe a little bit deeper this time. Breathing and expanding. And then using the obliques on that left side to help you come back up. Good. Now from here, I'm just going to fold my strap in half. Coming nice and taut. We're going to take this into rotation. So I'm reaching up. My belly button is in. I want to keep my hips forward. So I'm keeping this in the torso. And then I'm pulling that strap down, rolling shoulders back, maybe taking the chest up a little bit, maybe looking up a little bit. Breathing. And then coming up and back to center. Hips stay forward. We're going to rotate to the other side, pulling that strap down, pulling that strap apart, rolling shoulders back, maybe looking up a little bit. And taking it up and come back to center. Good. So we're going to put this to the side. We're going to incorporate a locust with this later. So I've got that to the top of my mat. So from here, setting up for gate pose. Then I've got my block at the ready for the right side. Some of you may not need it if you've got long arms, but my left leg is going to come out to the left. Now, you can do what you need to do with this leg to make it comfortable. Hip, knee, and toe can track forward. They can track up to the ceiling. They can be at some kind of a diagonal. Just kind of take it where you need to take it. For me, everything tracking forward is what feels best. So that's what I'm going to take. Zip up the front body. Big inhale, exhale, side bend towards your leg. Reaching, reaching, reaching. I felt a pop back there, so I know I got into somewhere good. And then from here, I'm going to come up and I'm going to take that over, hand to the block or to the floor. If you're using the block, it can be any height as needed. I'm just going to really reach here. And then from here, using those obliques, those abs, coming all the way back up. Let's take that again, taking it over. Now, if you want to rotate slightly, you can. So I'm rotating the torso just a little bit, not a lot. I'm intensifying this by just taking my arm down. Opening that back up, coming back to center. And then from here, as we go to the other side, you have options. You can do what we did before. Good, I'm going to open this out just a little bit more, or you can find a lift here. You can also point and reach here. So find it where it feels good to you. And then from here, I'm going to come back up. Good. I'm going to bring in this knee. We're going to take that to the other side. So I'm just going to move my block to the other side. Good. Now my right leg is going to come out. And I'm going to take this into an alignment that feels good for this side, which for you might be the same as the other side, or it might be different. For me, I'm slightly different on this side, but not by much. So zipping up, big inhale, exhale, take it over to the right, the outstretched side leg. Breathing. And when you're ready, engaging your obliques, coming all the way up, taking that over to the block or to the floor, reaching. When you're ready, using oblique, coming back up. Let's take that back to the leg. You can stay here. You can do a slight rotation from the torso, intensify by bringing that arm down. Reach through the arm. And then opening up, moving through center, hand to the block or to the floor. Maybe this time you take a lift. Maybe you want to take a tap and reach. So find it where you need to find it. Everyone's different. Sides are different. And then when you're ready, yes, we'll come back up and bring that back in. Great. From here, let's come to all fours. I'm just going to move my block back into position. From all fours, knees are about hip width apart or slightly wider. I'm pressing that floor away from me. My belly button is in. And then from here, we're going to go into some sternum drop. So right now, I'm pressed away from the floor. My shoulders are away from the ears. As I let my sternum, my chest drop to the floor, those shoulders come up by the ears. My arms stay long though. And then I'm going to press away and drop and press and drop and press and drop. So if you have trouble collapsing shoulders in a push-up, a plank, down dog, this is a basic fundamental skill that you can work on to practice building some strength and mobility there so that you get out of that habit pattern. Good. And then from here, inhale, go right into the cow. Exhale and round. Mad cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. You can keep going there, or inhale, cow. Exhale, round. Sink back, little child's pose. Forearms drop, shifting forward. Little dynamic cat-cow flow here. If you're doing the flow, feet stay on the floor. Elbows stay in. Move with the breath. And then from here, once you're ready, from here on your next one, take a child's pose. Knees can be together as wide as the mat or somewhere in between. Arms can be long in front of you, or hands can come back to shoulders. Find it where you need to find it. Reconnect with your intention. Zip up that front body. Expand that rib cage on the breath. And then from here, once you're ready, good, we'll come back up. Let's do one opposite arm, leg balance on the each side. Let's get a little stretch first. Left leg's gonna come back. Good. Press into the big toe, pinky toe mound. Let that left hip drop slightly for a moment. Just get a little bounce here. Arms are long. Good. Now press back through that heel. Good. Pressing in and forward into the mat with the hands. And then once you're ready, coming forward, you can stay here, a small hover or a lift. Careful not to collapse into the midsection. So really keep that belly button in, and then maybe the right arm comes forward. And then once you're ready, we'll bring that down. Good. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. You can come back in cupcake if you need that. And when you're ready to wait there, we'll come back in. Other side. Right leg's gonna come back. Pressing into that big toe and pinky toe mound. Drop that right hip slightly. Good. We'll just get a little stretchy bounce here. And then we'll take that back and hold it, holding the stretch. And we'll come back up. Good. Again, staying here, a little lift, hip height lift. Keep that belly button in. Good. And then we'll take that forward. Left arm forward. Breathe. And when you're ready, we'll bring that down. Come back, little child pose here. And once you're ready, we're going to find our way to our downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. So fingers are spread wide. I'm going to tuck the toes. I'm going to shift hips back as I lift my knees and hips up to the ceiling. Good. I'm going to move my blanket out of the way. Good. Find my good down dog form. So as I press in and forward into the mat, my shoulders are away from the ears. My head and neck are free. Ears are by the biceps. Elbows are turning forward more towards the ceiling. Pressing evenly into big toe and pinky toe mounds. Long legs, maybe bends in the knees. Maybe you need to walk the dog here. Find what you need. Belly button is in. This is a great place to practice that Ujjayi pranayama, that victorious breath, that back of the throat breathing breath. And then from here, find stillness if you took movement. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. I'm going to come to my blocks here for the first few, but you can always come to the floor, the shins or the thighs. Good. I'm going to lift and lengthen halfway, nice long back. Good. You can always keep the knees bent here as needed. I'm going to bend my knees as I lower. Inhale, exhale, pressing through the feet and the glutes. Lift and lengthen halfway. And bend to lower. One more time. Inhale, press to those feet and those glutes. Activate those legs, make them work for you. And taking that back down. Inhale, exhale, get into the feet, root into the feet, get into the legs and the glutes, long back as you rise. Good. Exhale, hands to heart center. Finding your breath, your mountain, your intention. Now check in with your mountain form for a moment. Feet can be together about hip width apart. Are your legs locked? Could they be a little softer? Making the pelvis be a little bit more neutral, zipping up. Ears, shoulders, hips, ankles, knees, and relative alignment. Let's take that up. Big inhale and reach. Exhale and we'll fold. Bent knees or long legs. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, little bow. Inhale, plant the hands. Step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip that slow. Going right into sun salute. Belly button is in. Finding good down dog form before you move. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, little bow. Inhale, root through the feet, engage the glutes. Rise, long back. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale and we'll lift. Exhale and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll bow. Inhale, plant the hands. Step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip a flow. From downward facing dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, bow. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Finding breath, mountain, intention. All right, let's take this now into a little bit of a balance challenge. So from here, we're going to reach. Good, bend the knees and come down. We're going to build up to it. So really press through the legs as you rise. Good. I like to exhale on the down, inhale on the lift. Good. Now, if you need to stay here just like this, do so. Otherwise, when you go down, lift up that right leg when you come up and then take it down. And left side. And take it down. And right. Only lift as high as you're stable. So you might not lift as high as me. I probably shouldn't be lifting as high as I am. Good. Good. And then the next time you come up, reach, reach, reach. Good. Again, go where you can go. So if that's down here, then that's where it is today. The higher you go, the harder it is to be stable before you move. Again, if you're wobbly where you are, this next component is not going to work out very well. So maybe you stay where you are, or maybe you bend and stretch the leg. Good. And foot will come down. And we'll go again. As you bend, try to keep hip, knees, and toes tracking. So you don't want to roll onto the outer edges of the feet. You don't want the knees to kind of fall inward or outward. You're still pressing through those legs nice and strong. And then again, when you're ready, good. Left leg, right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg. Find your balance first. I'm going to be a little bit lower on this side today. And then once you're stable, if you want, point and bend. It helps to keep your eyes on something straight ahead or a few feet forward down from you that's not moving. And then taking that down. And let's take a fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway, nice long back. Exhale, and bow. Inhale, plant the hands. Step or hop back to plank. You choose, take or skip a flow. I'm going to skip this one. You know, once you've made it to your good downward facing dog form, left leg's going to lift 3 points, bending the knee, opening to the left, letting the left shoulder stay down, gazes to the right foot. As a single movement without pausing, if you can, we're going to step the foot forward. But if you need to take a few stops en route, then that's okay. So I'm just going to take that down, around, and step. Yep. You can also pick it up and put it there. Your back leg is going to warrior prep. So hip, knee, and toe are going to turn out about 45-ish degrees. Strong in the legs as you rise. Warrior one. Front hip will come back. Good. Hip, knee, and toe of this first foot track forward. If you were to look down, you should be able to see that front toe. If not, that foot needs to be more forward. Strong through the back edge. Lengthen that front leg if you need to. Lengthen on the way down. From here, once you come into the plank, good. Drop your knees down to the floor. Elbows turn forward and carefully lower back down. Good. Now from here, we're going to go to a little bit of a locust pose. So hands are going to come back by the hips. Palms can be up or down. Zip up that front body. Legs are about hip width apart here. You can just do the upper, just the lower, or upper and lower together. Inhale and lift. Remember, shoulders away from the ears. No crunching in the back. So if the back feels like it's crunching, it's because it is, and you're up too high. So make those adjustments as needed. And when you're ready, we'll lower that down. Hands to the shoulders. In the way that's best for your body, find your way back to your downward facing dog. We're going to repeat all of that to the other side. Now your right leg's going to lift 3 points, bending the knee, opening up, keeping right shoulder lowered, gazes to the left foot. Good. And then from here, good. I'm going to keep moving as I swing that down, coming forward, stepping or picking up and putting the right foot forward between the hands. Warrior prepping that left foot. Good. Be strong and stable as we rise. Front hip comes back. Zip up that front body. Press through that back leg. So it helps if you engage that back glute back there a little bit. That'll help activate that back leg. And when you're ready, long and strong, we'll take that down. Plant the hands, swivel up back foot, front foot steps back. You choose. Take or skip a flow. So we're going to drop the knees. Coming forward, make your way back onto your belly. Good. So we're going to locust for a second time. You can do it the way that we did it before, or you can bind your hands back here. Now for me, my shoulders are really tight today, so I'm going to use my strap. And there's a couple things you can do if you're using your strap. So it's a little bit more comfortable on the shoulders, especially when they're tight. If your hands are in line with the shoulders, it's a little bit more challenging if they come closer together. So you kind of choose where you need to be here. But again, just the upper, just the lower, or upper and lower together. Zipping up and inhale and reach. Some of you can no doubt find your hands. My carpal tunnel wrists sometimes don't like that. Sometimes the elbows and shoulders don't like that. But I can always do it with a strap. And then from here, we'll take that down. We'll release that strap in the way that's best for you. Find your downward facing dog. From your good down dog form, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, little back. Inhale, root through the feet, engage the glutes, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center, finding breath, mountain, intention. All right, so we're going to go into a tiptoe balance here. So there's different things for different people. Let me just kind of run through different options. A lot of what you're going to do is going to be dictated by your knees. So we're going to start. We're going to kind of, do this. We'll do this a little bit, and then we'll come here. So some of you are going to just bend right down with me. Some of you won't go very far. Some of you need to not do that and maybe come in from a squat position, have hands on blocks, and then come into the toe balance from here, okay? And then coming out of it, same way, if you've got a knee issue, good. And you're gonna come this way and come back up. Those of you that don't and want the balance challenge with it will come all the way back up here, okay? The second time through, we'll add a little bit of a twisty onto it. If the toe balance twisty is not your jam, you can always do a chair twist here, okay? So from here, again, be at your level. I'm going to be hip width apart. The closer the legs are together and together is going to be really hard. So just kind of be mindful of that. But I'm going to zip up and I'm just going to start just alternating one foot at a time. We can also do this holding on to something. And as I do this, I'm trying to keep my hips centered, so I don't want to do this shifting in the hip thing. Good. Now, If that's what you need to keep going with, keep going with. Otherwise, both heels are going to rise together. Lift and lower. The goal here is eventually to get them to a point where they're not wobbling around. That's your hips and your ankles looking for stability. And that comes with time and practice. Good. Now, from here, you can bend the knees and come down like I showed you if that's what you need to do, or follow me coming up here and then bending down from here. Good. So find your tiptoe balance. It can be helpful if you've got blocks down here to help you. Relax. Good. Now from here, get there the way you need to get there. Do you need to take hands to blocks or to the floor? Lift up and come up that way and come to standing? Or are you able to come all the way up here and come to standing? Okay, so shake out a leg or two here. We're going to do that again. We're going to come down, and then we're going to add a twist onto this. So if you need to do chair twist with your heels grounded, then that's the version you're going to do. Okay, so from here, I'm going to lift up onto my heels. I'm going to come down. Good. And then from here, good. Hips stay forward, and I'm just going to twist like this. Okay, so just kind of find your twist where you need it. And there's nothing wrong with heels lower and doing the chair twist if that's what you need. You're still getting your twists. And when you're ready, we'll come back up. Whoop, good. I'm going to take my hands to the block. I'm going to lift up here for a moment just to come out of there. And then I'm going to come back down into my tiptoe balance. So if you need to come to standing from your chair to take a break, do that. Otherwise, come right back into your chair. And when you're ready, good. Finding your twist. Your hips stay forward regardless of the twist that you're choosing here. And when you're ready, coming back, hands to the blocks or to the floor, lifting up, getting out of there. Good. And then from here, pressing through the feet, coming all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Shake out one leg, shake out the other. I'm going to take my blocks. You know what? I'm going to take a block to each side. Good. We've got an extended side angle coming in this next set. So from here, once you're ready, take a big inhale and reach. Exhale and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll bow. Inhale, plant the hands. Step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip a flow. And once you've made it to your down dog, especially after that last challenge of tiptoe balance, you might be a little kind of a burning sensation in the calf. Go ahead and walk your dog here. And then if you just want to hold one side, you can certainly do that as well. Feels good to me, at least. Good. And then from here, once you're ready, good. Left leg's going to lift 3 points, bending that knee, round as you step or pick up and put that foot forward between the hands. Good. Find your length. Warrior press that back leg. And once you're ready, be strong and stable, setting up for warrior 2. So my front hip's going to come back. That's going to help my knee track towards the pinky toe. Hip, knee, and toe track forward. I've got a slight angle of my hips. Hips are going to stay right where they are as I open the chest to the side and find my warrior 2. Good. Strong into the feet. Reconnect with that intention. Always reconnect with breath. And then you choose staying here with the bent knee or lengthening that leg if you need to, coming back exalted. Strong through the back leg. And when you're ready, good. Finding warrior 2, taking that into extended side angle. So really press through the back, lengthen, 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 lengthen. And when you can come no more, forearm can come to the thigh, hand can come to a block, any height or the floor. Outside is a little bit easier and less intense than inside. Gonna find what you need, maybe taking the arm over. Good. Then reach, opening up to the right, breathing here. And when you're ready, looking down at that front foot. Good. Hands are gonna come down to the floor here. Swivel up the back foot. Good. And I'm gonna lower that back knee. Maybe reaching that leg a little bit more behind me. We're gonna take this into a lizard pose. So hands can be on the inside. You can take this leg out a little bit wider. You can turn hip, knee, and toe out to the side into an external rotation. Forearms then can come to block through the floor. And then those of you that are wanting a little bonus here, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, press back through that leg. So find it where you need to find it. You're working hips on both sides, just a little differently. If you took the back knee, good, we're gonna lower it. If you took forearm, we're gonna come back up. If you took the leg out to the side, we're gonna bring it back in. I'm gonna grab my block here, good, and then come into a nice half split pose. And then when you're ready from here, good. In the way that's best for your body, everybody has their own best way to get there. We're gonna come onto our back, come onto your back. And then once you get there, just bring the knees into the chest and walk, walk, walk. All right, feet to the floor. Cross that left ankle over the right knee, left ankle over the right knee for figure four. You can stay right here if this is what your body needs. You can bring it in, you can thread it through. Find again what's best for your body. You can rock this stretch if you want to, need to. And then once you're ready, good, we'll release, we'll take that down. I'm gonna leave this left ankle right here. We're gonna come to a figure four twist. So taking your arms out to the side, I'm gonna let that all drop to the right. I'm gonna look to the left. Breathe and expand. And once you're ready, good, we'll bring that back to center and undo, knees into the chest. Different things for different bodies. You can roll over to your side, come up to a seat and find a boat pose with a nice long spine. Or those of you that are safe to roll, find a few rolls. And if you want to add more challenge to your roll, could you come up and find a balance before you go to the next one? And then maybe on the last roll, you can roll up and find yourself a boat pose. Good. Find it where you need it. And then from here, coming forward, find your downward facing dog in the way that's best for your body. Find your down dog in the way that's best for your body. Now, if you would like to hang out here for a moment, you can. If you want to move through a belly down vinyasa, feel free. I'm just going to switch sides here. And from this down dog, good, coming into your good form, right leg's gonna lift 3 points, bending that knee, rounding, stepping or picking up and putting the right foot forward between the hands. Good, find your lane, find your warrior press, find your warrior two. So front hip's gonna come back, chest is gonna open, good, and breathe. Hip, knee, and toe track forward. Ooh, not very good at balance on this side. This is my weaker side. Breathe. Good. Strong through the back leg with a bent front knee or lengthened front leg. Take it back into exalted. From here, find your warrior two. Good. Let's go into extended side angle. So really press to the back, lengthen, 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 lengthen. When you can come no more, forearm comes to the thigh. Good. You can take a block at any height on the outside. Inside is a little bit more challenging, and we'll open up. Good, maybe reaching over. So kind of finding it where you need to find it. And when you're ready, good. Looking down at that front foot, good. We'll come down, framing that front foot, swivel up the back foot, reach that back leg down, good. And setting up for lizard on the side. So both hands can come on the inside here. You can stay there. You can take this leg out wider and maybe to an external rotation. So hip, knee, and toe will turn out away from the body. You can take forearms to a block or the floor. Good. And then you can stay here if you want. The lifted knee is a bonus. And pressing back through that heel. Good. So shoulders away from the ears, no matter where you're working. Belly button is in, no matter where you're working. Try not to collapse. And when you're ready, if your back knee was lifted, we'll lower. If you took forearms, we'll come back up. If you took your leg out wider, we'll bring that back in. Good. With or without your block here, find your half split pose. Long torso for the half split pose. And then when you're ready, good. We'll come forward. Make your way onto your back in the way that's best for your body. Back onto your back. Good. Pull up my pants here. Good. And then from here, crossing the right ankle over the left knee. You can stay here if this is what's needed on the side. You can pull it in and be right here. You can thread it through. Find it the way that you need to find it. You can rock it if you want it. Ready? Good. We'll release. Good. Figure 4 twist. Arms out to the side. Good. Everything's going to come to the left as you look to the right. And when you're ready, good. We'll come back up and undo. So again, just like the other side, if you need to roll over to your side, come up to a seat, find your both there, go ahead and do so. Otherwise, find a few rolls. You can find a balance challenge if you want to. Or the next time you roll up, could you roll up? Could you find your boat a second time? Good. Long spine in your boat. And when you're ready, we'll take that down. Good. Take your feet long in front of you. Have your strap at the ready. Not all of you will take this as an option, but some of you will. So for those of you that want to take this into a forward fold with the strap, go ahead and put your feet into the strap. Otherwise, sitting nice and tall, big inhale, exhale, lean forward, long spine first, and then fold in. If flexion is not for you, you're going to keep that long spine. And then from here, we're going to come back up. So we're going to take this into a twist. So those of you that can't reach your feet here, but you want a little bit of connection, what you're going to do is you're going to take that strap around the left foot. Good. And then when you come in, good, you're going to fold with a long spine. Your right hand is going to grab that strap. You're going to reach the left arm long, and then that's going to be your twist here. Those of you that don't need the strap because maybe you don't have one or you're comfortable holding out here or you can reach the foot are going to follow me. So from here, inhale, exhale, lean forward, long spine. Good, grab the strap. Good, right hand's gonna be the one that take the strap, the foot or the leg, wherever you're going. Left arm comes long, open to the left. So another way to think about this pose here is if we were doing a down dog twist. Okay, same muscles involved. And then from here, we'll come back and we'll come back up. We'll take that to the other side. So switch your strap if you're gonna do that. Otherwise, arms up, hinging forward, long spine. We're going to keep that long spine. Left hand is going to come and grab strap, foot, or leg. Right arm's going to come forward, and then we're going to open to the right. Breathe and expand. So this allows us to twist and twist from the length. If we're folding forward, if we're allowing that collapse there, we're twisting from flexion. And that might be okay for some people, but other people, especially back issues, not the best idea. And then we'll come back in and come back up. Good. From here, we're going to take ourselves into a reverse bridge. Reverse bridge. So I'm going to bend my knees. Everything is hip width apart. My hands are going to come behind. And take this in stages. This one, and then the reverse plank here in a moment, took me about 12 years to be able to do and do well and build that proper strength. So be patient with yourself. But from here, maybe you lift a little bit. Maybe you can lift a lot. Good. If shoulders are over the wrists, you don't want to go behind them, and your hips are able to come up high and you can comfortably hold it there, then you're ready to go to the next one. Otherwise, take a break. So the hardest version of that is your plank, reverse plank. So you need to be able to do the reverse table here pretty well in order to be able to do this one. Otherwise, you collapse through the shoulders and your core is not strong enough to support you up here. So be mindful. It's okay if it takes 12 years to do it. We just keep trying, we keep working. And when you're ready, good, we'll take that down, come to a seat, inhale and reach, lengthen and fold in. When you're ready, we're going to come back onto our back, grab your strap. So from here, let's counter that real quick with just a basic bridge, So hip, knees, and toes are going to track. Heels are not too close or too far away. My arms and shoulders are into my mat. I've got a nice wide collarbone here. I'm zipping up that front body. Inhale, exhale, press the feet, arms and shoulders into that mat. Lift the hips straight up. If your back is bothering you, try to press more into the arms and shoulders and try not to squeeze the glutes as much here. Now choosing to stay right here, coming out for a break, or really zipping up, taking that left leg up. Point and flex the foot. Bringing that left foot down. Even up the hips. Take a break or stay right here, or maybe the right leg comes up. Point and flex the foot. And taking that down. Evening up the hips and taking it down. Knees into the chest. Rock, rock, side to side. All right. I'm going to grab my strap. I'm going to start with my right foot into the strap. And both pieces of the strap are going to come into the left hand. My left leg is going to come long. Good. And then I'm going to let that leg go towards the left. So you can kind of wiggle around here to find what you need. You can stay here, or you can take this over into another twist. Keep the leg in line with the hip. Put a block under there if you need to. And then maybe turn and look to the right. Belly button stays in the whole time here. And coming back up. Good. And we will switcheroo. Let me come out just a little bit from my wall. Good. So both pieces of the strap. Right hand grab, right leg is long. Good. Take that leg to the right, wiggle around, find your optimal spot. You can stay there or take it over into the twist. And looking to the left. And then we'll come back up. Good. And when you're ready, we'll take that foot out and then bringing the knees into the chest. We're going to go right into Shavasana from here. So you can bring in any props that you would like to make you comfortable. I'm going to kind of refold my folded blanket. I'm going to use that as a neck pillow back here. Okay. And then choose what feels good. Do you need bent knee? Do the legs need to be long? Do you need to be on your side? Do you need to be on the belly? Be where you can be for a few short moments without fidgeting. And I will leave you here to sink in one more time, returning to your intention. Taking some deep breaths here. Choose stillness, or gently take head and neck from side to side, maybe inviting movement of fingers and toes. Choosing stillness, or bringing knees into the chest. Choosing to keep the upper body grounded, or maybe lifting up into a full body hug. And choosing stillness, removing any props out of the way if you used any today. Taking arms long behind you, legs long in front of you, reaching nice and long, full body stretch, pointing and flexing through the feet, bending and stretching through the hands, rolling wrists and ankles in one direction, and then in the other. And then from here, when you're ready, bending in both knees, and you choose rolling over to your right or left side, the side that works best for your body in this moment, taking all the time that you need. And when you're ready, pressing yourself up to a comfortable seat where we normally begin our yoga practice. And then from here, just taking a little bit of an inventory. Fingers to the side, palms turning up. Inhale, reach, reach, reach overhead, looking up at those hands. As you bring them down, stop the thumbs right at the forehead for good and true thoughts, to the lips for good and kind words, and to the heart for open and loving heart. Knowing no effort on this mat is ever wasted, no gain is ever reversed. May you be safe, may you stay well, may you have a wonderful day, evening, week, month, season ahead. Thank you so much. Namaste.